Welcome back, I'm the Watch King. On this video, we are going over how to save for your luxury watch. Now, this is one method, and I actually teach this to a lot of people because I do this personally now more than I did before. But it's just a cool way to really enjoy your money, and it's out of your bank account and you're saving it. Most jewelers will take this as payment too. So stick around. We're going to hop straight into
Running
it.
ourselves right into it. What do I have in front of me? I'm going to explain. And I actually did some math, really cool math, to save up for this LaCultra and of course, triple calendar Movado right here. These are both solid gold pieces, and you can get them way more affordably than most people think. So what do we have in front of us? Well, I have it was in this case, something I have in stock. And this is just an ovary of US currency, right? They've changed over the years. So this is an older one called Barber's, but there's so many others. And I'll explain that in a minute. So why do I say buy this? Well, it's a lot easier to spend, especially credit cards or debit cards. It's just something that happens, right? You go and you don't feel it. And this, if you convert your cash into something like this, it's so much easier to save. And I'll show some cool tricks towards the end. But starting with this, so all US currency was made before 1964. Oh, and 1964. So before pre-65 silver. All the US currency was made out of 90% silver. So that includes the, not all, right? The nickels were still nickel, and then the Lincoln, or any cents, were still made out of copper. But barber, or quarters, I should say, quarters, half dollars, and dimes were all silver pre-1965. So I just had this cool setup to show you everything, but you'll mostly see stuff like 64 Kennedys out there for the lower premiums, right? Just depends on, what you see. So buy stuff like this. Now, why do I say that? Well, not everybody can afford a luxury watch, and I've been, getting emails. How do I save? How do I start? This is really where it's at. So I have a roll right here, a bunch of quarters, and I'm just taking these out as an example. I mean, I have other stuff, but quarters are the easiest because most people recognize these. So doesn't matter the year. It could be, this is a 62, this is 34, right? All of these are 90% silver, and they are all worth around $6. For my calculation, I did 6. They actually are worth slightly less, but I did $6 per coin for my calculation. So $6, not a ton of money. I mean, especially in this day and age, and we're going to do some comparisons here in a second, but $6 is certainly not a fortune, right? And you can start here. So if you could put $6 aside a day and buy one of these. Now, most people can't drop by the coin shop every single day. That's not what I'm asking you. But like, let's say once a week you have a jar, you put $6 in around, maybe a little less depending on the price. Silver's shooting up all the time right now. And you get 7 of these a week. So Monday, Tuesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's 7 right here. You do this for every week for 9.5 months. You can afford this LaCultra, right? Now, this is a crazy price. I'm going to keep this price for this video. I'm going to keep this price for exactly a week. So a week from this video, this is going to be priced. And right now I have to reprice it after that because it's so expensive, gold. And at the same time, this is basically half an ounce. And it's not just the gold price, of course. This is everything, and the movement and everything, etc. This is under wholesale pricing. I want to give it to somebody who really wants it. So therefore, wholesale offers will be more than this, but I want to leave it on the website for somebody. I know that sounds crazy, but I like to do something like that, give back to my community. And so check out the link below. This is going to be a crazy, crazy price. Unfortunately, if you're after this week, you could still contact me, say you saw this video, and I'll give you a deal, of course. But for this week, it is an insane price. just because I want to give back to my viewers. So just something cool. So 9.5 months of doing that, right? And you can trade. I take these in as payments, right? It all depends on the spot price. Of course, it goes up a little bit down. So maybe not 9.5 months, maybe 10.5 months, right? If it goes down, but typically stays around the same. It's not as crazy volatile as like say the stock market, right? Sometimes it can be, sometimes not. But as you can see here, very cool way to save. Now let's say, okay, I have more than $6 a day to save up for a watch, right? A lot of people do, some people don't. Doesn't matter your situation. I treat everybody the same. But let's say these quarters, I don't want to really buy the quarters because there's a premium involved. And yes, there is. In what we call junk silver, there might be slight more premium than others. Just depends on the market and the dealer you're buying from, right? So let's say I want to put these aside. Let's go. And I want to buy something to get faster. Well, we have a few other options. So we have for around $12, give or take, you can buy what we call $half, right? In the intro, you saw the Barber. This is the Kennedy. This is what you'll mostly see. 64 and before, this is what we call 90%, right? Kennedy was only made 1 year with silver, and that is 64. These, you're going to basically double the speed of saving up for a particular watch. I chose these as a great example right here, but you will do your time a lot faster. Now, things to avoid. Another thing is how to tell if something's silver so you don't get duped. Right? If I put this $half right here, I mean, you can easily tell which one's silver, right? These are just regular $half. I have a couple laying around. This one's a proof one. But yeah, so you could just tell that silver's there. So don't get scammed out there, you know. Also look at the dates, right? I mean, not a ton, but there might be some fakes in China. Who knows? China fakes everything. So just be careful. You're buying real stuff. So that's faster, right? So let's say, hey, I want to go faster, right? I want to do something even quicker. Well, we have something called half ounces. I typically say stay away. It all depends on the premiums, right? You want to pay as low premium as possible. That's why I recommend personally, even though I deal with this part of my business, watches is the main part, but I do coins and bullion. You can buy these privately, right? Where I have cost of running a business and everything, so I have to make a slight bit more. But if you buy these privately for spot, definitely go with the half ounces or as close to spot as possible. On top of that, these are full ounces. This is a really cool one. I picked out pretty cool ones for the video. But this one is a Britannia. This is 1 troy ounce, 2 pounds, which is really cool. This is a 22. Stunning stuff. I mean, you're really buying art, and you get silver along with it with this particular piece. So really cool. Just depends on the premiums. A lot of these are actually cheaper than US ones. People like buying US. Things to avoid, right? So if you're going to get into the stacking and then, you know, saving up, you don't want to buy Canadian stuff unless you live in Canada. I know a lot of my viewers are overseas and in other countries. If you live in Canada and people are going to pay you at least spot, do it. Here in the States, people really don't pay that much for this. So just, you know, make sure that you're not overpaying for this stuff, because you can get really hurt. And that's the only disadvantage with saving like this, right? You can really get hurt. Another thing is Morgan dollars, right? They have a big premium. People like them. Yes, you'll get the premium back on the other end, but still at the same time, if you want to just buy silver, I might recommend, you know, stuff like this. Rounds. Rounds is probably the easiest. But at the same time, you know, you might get a slight bit back more with certain ones like Morgans and such like that, but you're going to be paying more anyway. So that's the whole thing. So my whole point is, what is my point? Well, the whole point of this video is that you can save, you know, as little as $6 a day, right? In a quarter, or 12 bucks or 30, well, spot's 32, so 32 at the moment, right? And you can get your dream piece so fast, you have no idea. So another just cool fact that not a lot of people know, the average Starbucks is about $6, right? So you go into Starbucks, right? You want a little coffee. That's one of these silver coins, right? And as we discussed, 9.5 months, you can be buying, a solid gold watch over here. So just something to consider, right? Where can you cut spending if you really, can't put $6 aside? If you're going to Starbucks, right? If you're going out to eat a lot, listen, I like going to restaurants. It's amazing, right? You go try new foods, you go out on dates, nothing wrong with that. But just, maybe instead of going out, 3 or 4 times a week, you go down to 2 or 1. And you can save so much and get your dream watch. A lot of people don't know. And it's not even like going to fancy places, right? I don't particularly eat at McDonald's, but their prices have gone insane. I keep hearing about it and everything like that. So just be mindful of your spending. And this is just a cool trick. So when I have this, right, I don't look at this and say, I have $12 right here, right? I look at this and say, I could have $20, in the future or something like that. While inflation is happening, right? These I don't think are actually gaining value. I think they're staying at their current market value and our dollar's getting weaker. But that is a whole nother question for the future in another video, especially now. There's so much news about this silver and it's going crazy, and gold especially, right? Gold's almost 3,000 an ounce. It was at one point. So just, keep in mindful that our dollar isn't as strong as a lot of people want to say it is. And people I talk to, right, around and clients, I go, there was a client I had, he goes, we're the strongest dollar in the world. I go, no, we're not, right? Euro beats us, the pound beats us by a lot. So there's a lot of currencies out there, and who knows who will be dominant. We all know that this is 1 troy ounce. We all know that, we all know what a Kennedy $half is and how much silver, or a, pre-64 or 64, pre-65 coin is. So just keep in mindful of stuff like this. Other ways to save. I mean, this is just one example, right? There are so many other ways. And if you want to beat the premiums, you can keep cash. But this was mainly for somebody who can't keep cash. They just have to spend what they have, right? When you get money, you spend it. Listen, I'm not one to judge. It happens to a lot of people, and it's just, this is one interesting, cool way to save. Quick wristwatch check before I end this video. We're in a 1603, also an absolute steal price, excellent condition in the shop. Go check the link below. You will be amazed. Everything original, tritium hands, tritium dial with the lume. That it's honestly a stunning piece. Every time I look at it, it is just amazing. So go check it out. Check out these 2 gold puppies. And if you're watching this before 1 week of posting this video, go check the price out on this. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's an automatic JLC. It's not that common, right? And it does all 18 karat solid gold, the case, crown, everything that you're looking at. It is just an absolute stunning watch. Go check it out. I want to thank you all for watching. I want you to have a great day. And let me know if you enjoy this type of content, right? We're talking about different currencies. We're talking about money here and different ways you can save, right? Let's say you have a luxury watch collection, you want to hedge some silver, you're definitely welcome to, right? These are all physical assets, right? Another thing is if you're stranded in the desert, a lot of people saying you have a Rolex, right? You can trade that Rolex for water, food, transportation. There's so many cool things. And this is another one, right? These silver coins. I just like this particular set because it has a $half, quarter, and dime. These are all silver. These 2 are not on this side. So want to thank you all for watching once again, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day.